3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Devontae Adams.
A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
Mason Crosby for the extra point.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Keelan Cole now to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Short pass, Eifert on the receiving end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Complete to Tyler Eifert. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Packers 7. Jaguars nothing.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. On the run, it's Robinson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Packers take over.
So the fake punt unsuccessful. It was 4th and 1. Charles, what do you make of the call?
I'm not against them going for it there. In fact, I would have thought they just leave the offense out there and go for it on 4th and 1. Leave your experts on the field. That's what they do. That's what they do best. Sometimes I think coaches get a little too cute, and sometimes they outguess themselves.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Joe Schobert.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Jags grab it, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and long.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards. So now they're going to try this again. It's another fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. And a loose football. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Green Bay.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. And they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. He's got it, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown
from 19 yards away. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
The partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
To kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, You're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Check, check. Fresno.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Rodgers. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is going to have a Packers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll get this one up to about his 14.
Robinson.
On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
Well, it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. You know, you know.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Mickens on the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense. No.
Shotgun now for Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski, that's caught. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks.